decided this week to go to ASDA. I'd got a list of things on the fridge that we'd run out of that are like store cupboardy stuff that I knew I wouldn't be able to get in Aldi. So I decided that I might give ASDA a try. Seen a few things in like the Simi World magazine and stuff for ASDA, but actually couldn't find any of them in the shop. I'll talk about my shopping experience after, but I'm going to quickly just show you what I've bought. I've spent £137, so similar-ish to what I'd spent in Aldi last week, but I feel like I've got less value for money, but I'll show you. I've tried to put this into sections as best I can. So this is meat. I've got a extra large chicken, which obviously I'll cook it and remove the skin, etc. for me, and that'll be free. 2 packs of the chicken breast fillet portions. This was £2.74 and £2.62, but this only way I could get them as cheap as the Aldi ones, because the big packs were like £10.75 in there. I've got some pork loin steaks. Again, if I trim the fat off, they'll be free. Some 5% fat beef, which will be free. Some bacon, which I have to take the fat off, that'll be free. I couldn't get any burgers that were what I considered to be low sin. The lowest they had was reduced fat ones for 2.5 sins each. Decided I wasn't bothered about that, so I bought some for Eddie and the kids to have. I'll just have something else that day. I bought some of the Simply Chicken and the chicken Italian sausages. They were actually on offer, the chicken Italian ones, for £2, and I think these were £2.50, and I think they're half a sin each, so I'm quite happy with those. Didn't see any other low fat sausages. I've seen quite a few people on Instagram mentioning some low fat sausages from ASDA that were fairly low in sins, and again, the only one I could find was, I think, something like 2 sins each, so didn't bother, just bought the Heck ones. Full fat grated cheese for Eddie and the kids. I've got a random, I don't know why that's over here, but some baby spinach, kale, salad, beetroot mix. I've got some mini Baby Bell lights for me. I keep seeing people doing the where you bread them and then do them in the oven or in the Actifry, and they're like the McDonald's ones that are like melty, so might consider doing that if I can use some for my Healthy Extra A, but I'll think about it. I've got 2 of the Primula Light, because I love that for doing cheese sauce and things, and light is actually quite hard to come by from where we are. It's only Iceland that normally have it, so I picked 2 of those up. I've got some Laughing Cow Extra Light. Again, not everywhere stocks those around here, so I was happy to see those, but it is only an 8-pack. I've got some 30% less fat sour cream and chive. I'm not sure if the sins are on that, but let me just have a quick look. 60 calories for a quarter of the pot, so that would only be like 3 sins for a quarter of the pot, so that's not too bad if I just have a spoon of that on my dinner. I've got some 50% less fat mature cheese, that'll be for me. I bought some pork loin, some slow cooked gammon, some thick sliced honey roast ham for all of us for sandwiches and lunches and things. I've got some of these Oreo desserts for the kids. I don't actually like Oreos, so that won't tempt me at all. I've got some Muller Light. This is the chocolate sprinkle ones, which are generally, I think, half a sin, but I'll double check and I'll put them on screen if it's anything different. I've got some of the corners for the kids to have and everything. And I've got some of the Muller Light strawberry flavour. I think they were £1, so they were on offer. I've also got some of these Whisper bubbles. I'm not sure how many calories are in those. I can't quite read it without my glasses. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll have any of those or not. I'll work out what the sins are. There's only 4 and there's 5 of us, so I probably won't get a look in anyway. I've got a tub of normal ice cream for Eddie and the kids. I've got some potato waffles for Eddie and the kids, and I've got 2 pizzas for them too. The day if they have the pizza, then I'll probably have a pita bread pizza. Chicken dippers for the kids. Mini milks, I can have one of those because they're really good on sins. I've got some of the chicken frankfurters, and I think they're something like 2 or 2.5 sins each. I'll double check and put them on screen, but that's actually quite good for a frankfurter. Some mixed peppers, so obviously speed. Some battered onion rings, that won't be for me. Some sweet corn, which is free. Mushrooms, speedy Swede. I've got a melon. I've got some bananas, which are free. I've got some celery to have with that wholesome stuff just as a little snack. Cucumber for salads. I've got a bag of the Kyoto potatoes. They didn't actually have a huge amount of choice of the large potatoes. These don't feel very big either. I've got 2 little bags of cherry tomatoes. It works out cheap to get 2 little bags from 1 big pack. I got some grapes. I got some more celery because Chloe's currently liking celery juice, so that's for me for snacking and that's for her for juicing. I got some broccoli, which is speed. I got some little gem lettuce too to go with the bag of lettuce because I know it won't last very long. I've got some sweet potatoes, which I'll use for either in a curry or fries or mash. Got some carrots, which are speed, some baby potatoes, and I've got some butter for Eddie and the kids. So that's this table lot of food. Next I'm on to bakery. I bought 4 triple chocolate muffins for Eddie and the kids. I'm not fussed on these either, which is why I bought them, so I won't be having any of those. I bought some white toasted bread for the kids and Eddie. I got some wholemeal pitters, that's nice for lunches, it's a healthy extra big and I can use it for doing the pizzas. I've got some wraps. I've got no idea of the things of these wraps. Let's just look at the calories just for a guide. I can't tell what that says, I think it's 186 calories. And if so, it's quite high in sins. I'm not planning on having any of those anyway. I bought 2 of the packs of the pre-done pancakes for the kids to have for breakfast. These were on 2 for £1.50. Otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. Moving on to snacks and crisps. I've got some of the Hula Hoops puffs. They're only 72 calories a bag, so I think they're about around 3.5 sins last time I looked. So I've got 2 bags of those, and I've got a bag of the popcorn, which is 63 calories a serving. So they're all for me to snack on. I've still got crisps from last week for Eddie and the kids. These were on 3 for £3.50 or something like £1.50 a bag, so it's worth getting all 3. It's almost like getting 1 free. I've got some chocolate fingers. Again, I don't know the sin count of these, but it's 98 calories for a small bag, so it should be doable. It should be about 5 sins, I believe. I've got some pink and white wafers. I've been wanting these ever since I saw Emma in Northern Ireland on Emma SW at Home's channel, where she heats them in the microwave to melt them slightly. So I'm going to have a go at doing those. I've got some party ring bags. Again, 83 calories. Just easy to have for lunch with a sandwich or something, or a pizza. Cinnamon and gingerbread. I really like these, and these are 88 calories. So again, I think it's 4.5 sins. And then I've got some biscuits for Eddie and the kids. So I've got some bourbons, some chocolate digestives, some custard creams, and some Oreo birthday party. So moving on to sort of dried goods. I've bought quite a few of the pasta and sauce. These were 50p each, which I thought was a bargain, and actually might be easy for lunch. So I've got a cheese and broccoli, a spicy arrabbiata, a pesto flavour, mac and cheese. I don't know what the sins in those are. I think the pesto one, I think I looked at, and it was 2 sins for the whole entire pack. They all say that they're low fat, and I know if you make them with water, they're fairly good on sins. But I'll have a look and I'll put them on screen for you. But yeah, 50p a pack I didn't think was too bad. I've got 2 mug shots for Eddie, which is the cheesy ones, which I do like. So it is an option potentially for me to have, but I think I'll probably have that with some salad instead. I've got a large Vola because we're completely out. I've bought some biscuit brew just because they don't have those in Aldi, so that's one of the things I needed to get. Same with greaseproof. Last time I went to Aldi they didn't have any, and I've nearly run out, or I've run out, so I needed to get some more. I've got some lemon curd because we've run out of that. That's mainly for the kids, but it is nice. I can have a little bit of that, it's quite tasty. I've got some shampoo and conditioner, which is just herbal essences. Again, the stock they had in ASDA was fairly limited, I thought, for a lot of things. So I bought some herbs and spices. Now I needed garlic salt, and I could only get garlic, chopped garlic. So it won't be quite the same thing, but I'll have to do. I wanted chilli powder, and they didn't have any chilli powder. So I've had to get this one, which is like a seasonal chilli and onion. So there might be some sins in that, but it will be negligible. Can't say the word. So yeah, I've had to get that because they didn't have any others. They only had really hot chilli flakes, which I've already got chilli flakes. Didn't want really hot ones anyway. And I wanted some onion salt, and they did actually have that, but they've only had the proper Schwartz one, which obviously is a lot dearer than what it is in Aldi, so it's a little bit annoying, but one of those things. I didn't want to have to go shopping twice. I've got some more shower gel because we're nearly out already, even though I only bought some last week. And I've got some deodorant for Eddie. I've got some cherries and berries squash, which is the that would be free, it's no added sugar. I bought some of this because I've seen quite a few people talking about it and I wasn't sure which one to get, but I went for the raspberry balsamic in the end, and this is like a spray to put on your salad, and it's 2 calories a spray, so it's I can't remember if it's free or just very low in sins, but either way it's all good, and it might just freshen up my salads slightly because I'm getting a bit bored with them. They did have a chilli and lime one which I was really tempted with, and then there was another one, I think it was just balsamic, but anyway, I got that. It wasn't the cheapest, I think it's like $1.99, but hopefully, because it's a spray, it'll go a long way. Got some mint sauce. I'm not sure of the sin counts of this one, but we've run out, so this is the only one they had, so we had no choice. I got some light sweet chilli, because we're out of that. And again, I don't know what the sins are, but I'll put them on screen for you. I've got some large gravy granules. I got some Cocoa Pop white chocolate ones for the kids because these were on offer. I think they were $1.50, and we haven't got a huge amount of cereal in. I've got some Marcus for Luna because she's out of those, and I got some of these chewy duck fillets for Luna, and that is everything. That's all of the shopping finally put away. I thought before I sat down to talk to you, I'd go and put everything away because the freezer stuff was starting to defrost. It's actually quite a warm one today, even though it's about 18 degrees, even though it doesn't look very nice out there. So yeah, the experience at ASDA was it's the first time I've been in that ASDA since lockdown, and there were no restrictions really at all. It was bizarre. No queuing system to get in, so they hadn't got a clue how many people were inside because there was no one actually on the door. You sanitise your own trolley, the stuff was just left there. If you wanted to do it, you didn't have to. Inside they've got the most bizarre one-way system going, that the arrows didn't actually follow the pattern. So if you went up the first aisle where the clothing George bit was on the right, there was no way of going up the second aisle because you couldn't come back on yourself, but then that was an up aisle, so you had to make a choice at the start which one you wanted to go down. And then it's almost like the top aisles were staggered from the bottom, so one was an up arrow, one was a down arrow, so it just felt really strange. At one point we were in one aisle where there was at least 10 people. Not a huge amount of distancing going on at all. I mean, there were arrows directing you, like I say, but sorry about that. There's a bang on the door. It was somebody trying to deliver a parcel for somebody else, which I refused to take in because I don't even know where this house is. So I was like, I'm not taking a parcel in at the moment. So sorry about that. I can't remember what I was saying now. Basically, it was not great. They had quite a lot of stuff missing as well that they didn't have what I wanted. So, and actually it came to, I think it was £137 for what I showed you. I got far more meat and far better quality stuff, I think, at Aldi. So I shall be going back to Aldi. I think I'm going to continue going to Aldi or Lidl with Iceland for freezer stuff. I think that's my plan. I thought I'd try somewhere different, just for the sake of it, really. I should have just gone to Tesco's or Morrison's near me, but it's always nice to try somewhere different occasionally and see what else you can get. But I found certainly like the sort of like Slimming World friendly options were very, very limited. From a meat point of view and everything, so yeah, anyway, that's it. That's my haul done for this week. I won't be going hopefully shopping at all until next week, so I shall see you again next week for the next one. Bye.